Hi everyone, Amy here. I am back with another vlog for you. I missed last week because I was at my in-laws for a baby shower that they threw for me and then for Thanksgiving. Um, Even though it wasn't Thanksgiving Day, we had a great meal together. So I'm back and I have a couple of updates for you. When I was thinking about what I was going to talk about, my first instinct was to say, oh, nothing much just happened. But life is still moving along at a pretty brisk clip and it's progressing nicely. So there are some things to talk about. I'm 23 weeks pregnant today and baby is doing pretty well. It's kicking me a lot. This morning it was kicking me in my bladder, so that was really great. But most of the time, it's something that if I'm sitting on the couch or if I'm laying down to take a nap, I can feel the baby moving around or kicking, and it just kind of puts a smile on my face. Most of the time, it's not a problem. Sometimes it's annoying, but this weekend was also Thanksgiving, so I went up to visit my family. We went to my sister's house in Minneapolis, and we had kind of a kids' Thanksgiving. So it was me and my brother and my sister, my brother's wife, and then my sister's boyfriend joined us later. And we had a great meal together after we finally figured out um, how to unthaw the turkey because that didn't happen soon enough, but it worked out. We had a great meal. And then the next day, I got to see my mom too. She drove over after she was done with work. I don't know why the lighting is changing so rapidly in here. It's very strange. So we did have our NeighborWorks inspection this week. And again, I'll link to the NeighborWorks program below. It's nationwide, and it's a great program if you're a first-time home buyer. And so they inspected the house that we are looking to purchase, and the only things they said that needed to be fixed were things that we were expecting. For example, there's one foundation wall that is falling apart a little bit. There's bowing horizontally and bowing vertically. So instead of just putting up I-beams, they are actually just going to take the wall out and build us a new one. So we were expecting that, and it's a big expense in our rehab budget. However, I still think we're going to be under budget and we will be able to get the house. So that is really awesome. I'm really excited. I don't know if we'll be able to close before the end of the year. It would be great. However, if we close in January, then we'll have the whole month of January to move because we'll have to pay our January rent, and that'll give us the whole month. Whereas in December, we'll only have until the end of December. So we'll see how that works out. So yeah, last weekend, my sister-in-law and my future sister-in-law threw me a baby shower, and it was really small, about 10 people, but it was really nice, and we got us a lot of nice things, including some bedding, and my mother-in-law bought us a stroller and car seat combo, which is just amazing, and a huge weight off my mind. We didn't really have that much baby stuff before. I hadn't been purchasing any. So it's great that now I feel like I'm building up a stash of baby stuff so that when baby gets here, it can be clothed and have a place to sleep. So that's huge, and I'm so grateful for them for throwing me that shower. And it was also really fun. I made my husband go. I know it's not traditional, but I really wanted him to be there, and especially since it was a small shower, it was nice that he could see his aunts and his cousins, who he doesn't see that much. And we played a game where my sisters-in-law blindfolded us and fed us baby food, and then we had to guess what the baby food was. And my husband Jesse was actually really good at it. He got 4 out of the 5 correct, whereas I really struggled because baby food tastes like what it's supposed to taste like, but the texture is not the same. So if it's given to you in a blind taste test, it's really hard to pick out what flavor it is. For example, one of the worst ones they gave us was beef and vegetables. And when I ate that spoonful, my first instinct was, oh, it's chicken. And my sister-in-law said, no, it's not chicken. And I said, yes, it is. It's chicken. So it was really hard to figure out what all the foods were. Green beans were also disgusting. Please don't eat green bean baby food unless you hate yourself because it's awful. It's horrible. It's just grainy. Oh, ugh. My pregnancy pellet couldn't really take it. I thought I was going to throw up right there in front of everybody, but luckily I didn't. So it was a really fun game. It was a fun time. I'm glad my husband was there for moral support. So as you can see, I also got a haircut. My sister's a hairdresser in Minneapolis, and she just started at a new salon a few weeks ago. So I went in because I had been feeling more and more like I was sick of my hair and I wanted to do something different. So I went in and she gave me a nice haircut, and it's a little shorter than I was anticipating, but actually I really like it, and it feels so light and fluffy, and it's easy to manage. My curls feel a little bouncier and not so weighted down. So thanks, Sarah. That was great. I'm excited to show my students tomorrow. They will probably freak out. Speaking of my students, I did tell my students that I was pregnant before Thanksgiving break. My husband wanted me to wait and see how long it would take them to notice, but I couldn't wait any longer. I decided to tell them. And I think the class that was most excited were my second level, my German 2s, which makes sense because I've known them since last year. We've grown together and developed relationships, and they were definitely excited for me. I had a group of girls who they were kind of like, oh, we knew it. We knew it. We didn't want to ask you, but we could notice that something was up. So that was really fun. It was really fun to tell them and see their reactions. They weren't very excited that they were going to have a sub for a couple months, but that's okay. They can deal because I need my personal time. Mostly they were excited for me, so that was great. So you might also notice that I'm wearing glasses today, which doesn't happen that often. But I went into the eye doctor a couple weeks ago because I noticed that my eye was really red, and he said I had some inflamed tissue, so he put me on eye drops, and I have to wear my glasses for 2 weeks, which my 2 weeks is over today, so I can go back to wearing contacts at school tomorrow, which is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so this vlog was a little weird because I keep going from a warm color to a blue color. And maybe that has to do with the weather. It's pretty gloomy outside. I'll give you a shot out my window here. So here it is, the outside view. It's really rainy and gloomy and horrible. Blah. But here I am in my yoga studio. I just finished teaching and I'm about to head home. I think my husband and I are going to go to a coffee shop, and I need to do some lesson planning for this week. We only have 3 more weeks, and then finals, and then Christmas break, so I'm definitely excited for that. I am looking forward to the end of the semester for many reasons. Yes. All right. So take care, everyone, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye. I'm so blue.